boy, Henny the Moore, reporting live from the liquor store, man. How's everybody doing today? And hey, man, we smoke on that Eagles pack tonight, man. I ain't even tripping about nothing. Like Dallas Cowboys, what happened happened. But we already had our 24 hours to mope and complain about the Dallas Cowboys not showing up. And now it's a new week, new enemy, new op. And it's our time to redeem ourselves, man. So we gonna smoke on this Eagles pack tonight, man. And we gonna talk about getting prepared for the Miami Dolphins, a very talented team that we will have to travel to their spot and play. So, tap in, get you a snack, a refreshment, a beverage, get you a little something stronger if you need it. And we finna rock out in the liquor store tonight, man. We're gonna get drunk on this content. But hey, man, real quick, let me show some love to everybody in the chat box, man. I am sorry that I'm running late. I got off work a little late. I had a couple things to wrap up at the office, but I'm here. I'm ready. I'm prepared. Shout out to my boy Justin Kitchen. I see you dropping the 6 championship trophies, man. I know we're gonna win number 6 this year, man. Salute to you. Raymond Salas in the building. What's up with you? My boy Joe China in the building said, I would like to thank the Seattle Seahawks for doing their job. I most definitely would as well. Jose, what's up with you, man? My boy dropped the 6 gorillas in the building, man. And hey, the Dallas Cowboys are some untamed apes right out the jungle, man. Ready to come down there and beat the dog shit out of Miami Dolphins, man. So hey, you right about that, man. I see you with the 6 gorillas, man. S.A. Richburg, what's up with you? My boy said eyes wide open Tuesday. Regroup ASAP, everyone. Indeed. Israel Madrid in the building with the 6 trophies. I see you. T Smooth TV in the building. What's up with you? Thomas A. Garrett, my boy, what's up with you? Double R in the building, what's up with you? DC for Life, Texas, what's up with you? Thank everybody for tapping in and showing love, man. And hey, y'all know the usual rules and regulations when you tap in with your boy Henny over here in the liquor store, man. First and foremost, when you slide on here, man, make sure you hit that like button. Right, the more likes that we get on these videos, man, the more that these platforms will push the content, the more that the algorithm will help people find our videos and find our pages, man. So if you want the liquor store to continue to succeed and prosper and continue to grow and allow us to continue to build, hit that like button, man. It goes a long way in helping your boy Henny out on these platforms, man. Just hit that like button for me. After you hit that like button, man, make sure you turn right back around and hit that share button. Because listen, in the liquor store, we practice manifestation. I say it every time I come on here, every opportunity that I get, I tell y'all to help us manifest this 6th championship this year for the Dallas Cowboys. So if you want the Dallas Cowboys to win their 6th title this year, drop 6 emojis like my boy Raymond Salas. Drop 6 emojis like my boy Justin Kitchen. Drop 6 emojis like my boy Joe China, Israel Madrid. Everybody that dropped 6 emojis, man, they're trying to help us manifest that 6th title. And most importantly, man, share the content 6 times. Because listen, we come up with all these game plans and things to do and execute and everything like that. Like I need everybody to see this stuff. So if the Dallas Cowboys don't do it, we can all collectively be mad. There's always a path to victory, and if the Dallas Cowboys do not follow it, we need to be able to hold them accountable for that. So make sure that y'all share the content 6 times, 6 different Facebook groups, 6 different group chats, 6 different individuals, be a friend, a foe, a pimp, a hoe, it do not matter. Share the content 6 times and, help us manifest that 6th championship for the Dallas Cowboys, man. And most importantly, after you hit that like and after you hit that share, I need you to slap the dog shit out of a Dolphins fan, man. And I ain't gonna hold you. I do not personally know a Miami Dolphin fan at all. I have never in my life seen a Miami Dolphin fan. I have not. They have not been a very consistently good team since they lost Dan Marino. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long time since they've been a really good team. So, I don't really know too many Dolphins fans. But if you can find one and you're able to put your hand across their face, I will be able to give you half off from all the merchandise inside the liquor store. And we got exactly what you need to succeed over here, man. We got Cowboys, we got gin, we got hen, and everything else under the sun that can make you sin. So tap in with your boy Henny the more, and come get drunk in the liquor store, man. So listen, y'all done hit that like, y'all done hit that share, you done slapped the dog shit out of a Dolphins fan, man. And last thing you can do if you want to support the liquor store is either hit that Cash App or that Super Chat. Right? Support the content, help keep the lights on. And let's get into it, man. He said, I'm making tuna salad with my Dolphin fan. Hey, man. You know, I wonder if dolphin meat tastes worth a quarter, man. You know, I'm a country boy. I done ate alligator. We eat deer. You know what I'm saying? You know, of course, the pork is on the fork. I ain't gonna hold you. But, you know, I never taste no dolphin. I wonder if dolphin meat tastes worth a quarter. You know, I wonder if flip or smack. But that's just a random thought, though, man. So, you know, normally, you know, this is the first time we're gonna look at the Miami Dolphins. This is going to be our first time looking at the Miami Dolphins. So, you know, I'm going to do all my research right here. Hold that thought, y'all. All right, so yeah, so I do all my initial research on the show live with y'all. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Miami Dolphins, man. So let's go to NFL.com. We're going to take a look at some surface level statistics for the Miami Dolphins to see what we're getting into, and then we'll open it up from there. All right, so let's see. So let's go to team stats. We're going to look at the offense first, passing offense. So let's see what they looking like. Let me share the content. Said, do I watch film? Yes, I do watch film, but I do not like doing film breakdowns. I do watch film, but I do not like doing film breakdowns. Really not in particular for any reason. I just don't have like my shit together on that. You know, next time I want to do a film breakdown, I want to have like the little pointer and stuff. You know, like folks be having that advanced shit, man. You know, they be drawing on stuff. You know, they draw the route concept so it's easy to see for they folks. I don't want to really do a film breakdown until I have all that stuff together. Right? It's easier for folks to illustrate stuff and see what happened than it is just for folks to talk over the film. So if you look right here, though, man, the Miami Dolphins currently, right now, right, are the number one passing offense in the league in terms of yardage. No team has passed for more passing yards than the Miami Dolphins, right? And remember, NFL.com. I want to use this for reference. When they do this, the passing yardage, the sack yardage is already subtracted from it. So they got 153 yards of sack yardage, and they got 3,995 yards of positive passing yardage. So they thrown for a bunch of yards, but you know they got 153 sack yardage. So right now they're the number one passing offense in the National Football League in terms of yardage. In terms of passing touchdowns, they're tied with multiple teams for the third most. The Chiefs, the Lions, the Bills, and the Dolphins are all tied for third place with 26 passing touchdowns. The Dallas Cowboys have the second most passing touchdowns with 28. The 49ers have the most passing touchdowns with 29. Hey, what's up with you, James Simmons? How you doing, my boy? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the liquor store. So if we're keeping track, they're number one in passing yardage. They're number 3 in passing yards, right? So, you know, we're going to have to take notes. So first in passing yards, because I always take notes on this because we're going to have to use this for the entirety of the week. Third in passing touchdowns. Right. So we know right now that this is a very good offense so far. So our offense is putting up similar numbers. once we look at the rushing numbers, you're going to see like they're killing us. I ain't gonna hold you. Once we actually pull up the rushing offense numbers for the Miami Dolphins, they're killing us there. So we got similar passing offenses. I'll say that. In terms of passing production, is very similar, but in terms of rushing, they're killing us. They're killing us. Said, what's good, HTM? I liked and put down to be notified, but just now show you were live. I was first on here earlier when you had just put you were going live. LOL. DC for life. Let's freaking go. Cowboys number 6. Hey, thank you for tapping in and showing love, DC for life, Texas. Appreciate you. Oh, yeah. Listen, Eagles might lose out with the way they playing, man. You know, they content creators getting into it with their players. You know, they players calling out their content creators. They content creators want to fight. You know, their players throwing each other under the bus. It's beautiful. Watching them implode and fold under pressure is a beautiful thing. I love it. They be the loudest ones every time some shit pop off. They have not won a game in over a year. I said over a year. In damn near a month. I love it. So, you know, I'm very happy that they out there got all those issues and all those problems right now. You know, they out there, you know, trying to blow everything up, and we're on to Miami. We're on to Miami. We don't care about that shit. They house on fire. You know, somebody come save them boys. Somebody come save them boys eventually, maybe, possibly. I don't know. So, yeah, Twitter been lovely. If you ain't been on Twitter, man, you know, it's been extra lovely, man. Watching folks, you know, watching folks throw they players under the bus and talk crazy to each other. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Israel said, who do I want to cover Tyreek Hill? Everybody. Like, Tyreek Hill does not need to be covered by one singular person at all. At all. There is not one singular cornerback in the National Football League that I trust to cover, you know, to cover Tyreek Hill for a full game. So, you know, like, this is going to be the one time I'm going to say we need to double somebody. This is going to be the one time I say we need to double somebody, because I don't like they got some major game breaking speed at both the running back positions and both of their wide receivers. So this is going to be a very tough matchup. But back to this overall offensive grades, right? So we know, again, first in passing yards, third in passing touchdowns. They have thrown some picks though, right? If I'm not mistaken, Tua got like 11 interceptions on the year. So, you know, he does turn the ball over a little bit. It's not egregious for the amount of touchdowns he's thrown. So, you know. Now let's take a real quick look at their rushing numbers, right? Let's take a look at their overall rushing offense statistics. So we're going to go ahead and put this from top to bottom. The most explosive rushing offenses start at the top and it goes on down. As you can see, they are the 4th best rushing offense in the National Football League. They have ran for 1,955 yards on 385 attempts, and they are averaging over 5 yards a carry, 5.1 yards an attempt. So, man, they cold at everything. If they want to throw the football, they're very efficient in doing that. If they want to run the football, they're very efficient at doing that so far, right? That's what the surface level numbers say in regards to the Miami Dolphins. We talk about rushing touchdowns. They have the most rushing touchdowns in the National Football League. The most rushing touchdowns. If I'm not mistaken, Raheem Mostert has 19 or 20 of them by his damn self. I want an A-chain too, man. And listen, I seen him play because he came out of Texas A&M. You know, he's an SEC boy, so you know I'm very familiar with his game. Very explosive player, very dynamic with the ball in his hand. He's a stud, man. He's a stud, and he will have much better numbers. Right, he would have much better numbers if he didn't miss so many games with injury this year. He missed quite a bit of time with injury, but you know, in the short amount of time that he has been on the field, you know, he's taking games over. Like he's the guy that can take any care you give him to the house, and that's scary, especially with how we look playing against the run. Oh, I think he played this last game. I'm not sure. I think he might be on IR though. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure anymore. He may be back. I know for a fact Tyreek Hill is probably gonna be back. Yo, what's up with you, Neil? My boy Neil, the serial slapper in the building, man. He said, "What's up, Henny? Slapped up 14 Dolphin fans before checking in. Salute to you, my boy. You out there doing, you out there doing the Lord's work, putting in work for the liquor store, man. Salute to you for the love. Damn right, take the ball first, man. I ain't trying to defer no more. Dallas Cowboys, every time you defer and you put your defense on the field first, man, they give up points. I'm sorry. I would rather the offense go out there and bullshit and get that first possession out the way, and just go from there. Like I want my offense out on the field first at this point. Because they're the ones that's playing like the best unit right now. Even though they was super suspect this last game, like body of work, like the offense has been better, especially in these bigger games. In these bigger games, the offense has showed up more often than the defense, right? Because you think about it, all these big games, the defense really hasn't shown up. They didn't show up in the first game against Philly, really. They gave up their 30 points. They did not show up against the 49ers. They did not show up against the Seattle Seahawks. Damn sure didn't show up against the Buffalo Bills. So, at this point, man, I'll see the offense on the field first. I'll see the offense on the field first. Like they ain't did no better last game. Like I ain't gonna sit here and hold you like they were superb or anything like that, because they were bullshitting too. But at least I've seen them show up in one or two big games. I seen the defense outside of this last Philly game. Like the defense ain't really showed up for none of the big games this season. They gotta stay ahead this game. True. Yeah, I ain't putting defense out there first against this team. Nope. And listen, unless Miami wins and they accept the ball, I ain't doing it. See, I see Dolphins got hella rushing fumbles too, though. Let's take a look. I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah, they got 12 of them hoes. So they got 12 fumbles on the game. So thank God, right? So Dan Quinn might come up with a game plan where you're trying to force the ball out. There might be some ball security issues going on out there, right? We already know that Dan Quinn hurry up and pull it off, boy. You ain't got to go all the way up there to get it. Just pull it off from right there before you hurt yourself. So I'm talking to my grandson, y'all. But yeah, we already know that Dan Quinn, if he senses that a team has ball security issues, he will have them hunting for the peanut punches. He will have them trying to force the ball out. He had a similar game plan in both of the Philly games as he talked about. So that might be one of the things. That might be one of the things that they focus on. I hope that they do. And yes, our defense is built to play with the league. They are not built to stop the run. They're not built to stop the run. Matter of fact, if we're being precise, the Dallas Cowboys defense has not been able to stop the run since Dan Quinn has been the defensive coordinator. I think I made a tweet about it earlier, but let me see if I can find the actual numbers. Because I know I spoke on that earlier today. Let me check my replies, because I think I had mentioned that. It's here somewhere. And if not, I ain't tripping on it. But I know the Dallas Cowboys, I think I remember off the head. Year one, they were number 16th in the league against the run. Last year, they were 22nd. This year, we're 19th. So the Dallas Cowboys have been a middle of the pack or a subpar run defense every year that he has been. Every year that he has been the. Yeah, I found it. I knew. Hey, your boy got a good ass memory. I found it. I was talking to Okoye. He said Dan Quinn's defense have ranked 16th, 22nd, and 19th against the run since he's been here. So he's been a defensive coordinator 3 years. All 3 years, you've been 16th or worse. He said you timed out like 4 people. Who timed out 4 people? Who out here timing people out? Who out here timing people out in the liquor store, man? Who out here set tripping like that? What's going on? Yeah, why you? Hey, why you timing folks out, my boy? Be fatty need to relax. Yeah, be fatty. We ain't finna play like that. What you got going? Don't worry about it. You tripping? All right. Y'all out here shooting folks ain't got permission to shoot nobody. So don't worry. We gonna hold off on that shit. You ain't got the power to do it. No, they just talking in the chat box, be fatty. Let them make it. Let them make it because they are regular ass folks. You know, they are regular ass Cowboys fans. You don't shoot the Cowboys fans. You shoot the trolls. We gonna try this again in a little bit. I'm gonna spin back to you. You got it. But yeah, nah, don't do that now. What's up, landlord? What's up, man? Thank you for tapping in and showing love. 434, I got you. Here you go. Yeah, we can't let that happen. We can't be shooting the regulars. You can't be shooting the regular folks that be in the liquor store every day. And y'all welcome 434 Cowboy to the liquor store, man. Salute to you. But nah, like listen, like if we're being honest, Dan Quinn defense cannot stop the run. They never have. Dan Quinn loves to stay in hybrid sets. He loves big nickels. He loves having 3 to 4 safeties on the field simultaneously. So you know it's not a defense that's built to stop the run. It's not a defense that's built to stop the run because they're undersized. They're built for speed. They're built for coverage. They're built for versatility. You know, but you know Dan Quinn and them cannot stop the run. That is truthful. That is not anything that is egregious. That the film will tell you that they're too small to stop the run. They get blown off. They get blown off the point of attack. You know, they get washed up against these pulling guards and pulling tackles. That is just the truth. So you know when people say things like that he needs to be better with some of his schematical advantages, that is not anything hurtful. It's the truth. We ain't say he was a bitch ass nigga or nothing. We just said that he needs to get better. What's up, Michael Nelson? Thanks for tapping in and showing love to the liquor store. You know, if folks would call him outside of his name or something, you know what I'm saying? If folks were calling him outside of his name or something, that'd be different. But you know, like, it's the truth. Like I could pull up all 22 film right now and just show you the run plays and show you what happened. Right? You cannot. All right, let's see. Let me pull this down so y'all can see me. I want y'all to see me real quick. Show of hands. How many of y'all play Madden? Right? How many of y'all play Madden? Because I used this analogy earlier. When you play Madden, they give you the opportunity. You know, it'll make you. He said a Collier film breakdown shows some dumbass run fits by Q. Oh, I know it's gonna make me mad, but I'm already hip. Man gives you the opportunity to match personnel, right? If I go out in a goal line, like if I go out on a goal line formation at the 1, I'm not finna go out there, you know, in a dime package, right? I'm not gonna run dime on the 1 yard line and there's a goal line package, right? So same train of thought works in the middle of the field too. If you're running a 22 personnel look, 2 tight ends, 2 running backs, or I'm running super heavy, I got a 6 lineman out there, right? I'm not finna go out there with some undersized ass dude. If you go big, I got to go big, right? It's just like in basketball. I am not going to have Jason Kidd guard Shaq. If you go, you gotta match size. You gotta match size. It's the same thing. In basketball, you will never have a guard trying to hold a center. And the same thing works on the defensive side of the ball in football. You are not supposed to have safeties and defensive backs trying to stop the run in place of linebackers, right? And that's the issue. The issue is Dan Quinn has gotten away with it at times during the course of the year because the majority of the teams in the NFL are pass happy and they don't stick with the run and they want to throw the ball 30 and 40 times, right? So he hasn't really had to deal with the consequences of staying small all game most of the time that we play these teams, right? Because he gets away with it. He gets away with murder damn near every week. But this time around, he played a team that went super heavy, that went 22 personnel, that sometimes put an extra lineman on the field, and they beat up on those undersized defensive backs they got playing in the box. And it's simple. A 300-pound man is going to move a 200-pound man, right? A 300-pound man is going to overpower a 200-pound man. That's why in boxing and fighting, UFC, you got weight classes, right? That's why Floyd Mayweather, no matter how good he is, that man cannot F with none of those heavyweights. That man cannot F with even like Tyson Fury or anybody like that, because he's too damn little. He's too little. And it's the same, and it's the same premise. So how worried does the loss have me? The Dallas Cowboys don't lose back-to-back games. I will be worried if we lose this game. I'm gonna put it to you like that. If we lose this game, then I'm concerned, right? But since the Dallas Cowboys have a track record of being damn near unstoppable after a victory, Dak Prescott numbers are through the roof after a loss. So if we come out here and we lose this game, then I'm concerned because it's a pattern of bad football. But the Dallas Cowboys won 5 of their last 6 games. We were just on a 5-game winning streak. So while I didn't like losing in the fashion that we lost, I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt and say it was a bad day at the office and not just a team being bad. You know what I mean? I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. Now, if we go out here and do a bunch of the same shit that we did this last game, if Dan Quinn is too prideful, if teams go heavy on us and he refuses to match personnel, I have an issue with that. If teams, if our offense regresses again, we get back to not utilizing motion, we get back to not running against these light boxes and taking advantage of the looks of the defense are getting us and getting Dak Prescott in the rhythm, then I have an issue with that. Right, those were two of the main things that I noticed from this game. Mike McCarthy did not really call a similar game plan to what's been working. There was next to no motion. The offense was very stagnant. We really did not, exploit the obvious light boxes that they were deploying. Cause they played too high safety majority of the game, as they always do. They still played too high. There were opportunities. Man, there was somebody that I had to depower for a little bit. We're gonna let them try again at a different time. But somebody shot you for no apparent reason, man. Friendly fire. But thank God they were shooting blanks. They didn't shoot you for 24 hours. They shot you for however amount of time. But thank God you're back and you're good, my boy. Yeah, listen, this road shit is concerning. Because you're damn near 20 points. There's damn near a 20-point difference in the amount of points that you score at home than on the road. That is concerning. That is concerning. Oh yeah, man. Listen, folks are weird. I'm not finna spend my money and throw away shit. I don't spend my money and throw away a damn thing. Cause you already done supported. You already done supported, the team. They already got their money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's done now. The only thing you're doing is destroying shit you spent your money on. Yeah, and, Tony Pollard did rush for a first down. It got negated by a phantom call on Tyler Smith. Completely changed the flow of the game because I felt like we were going to go down there and score. but it did knock us back, knocked us out of field goal range. We were not able to overcome that on that drive. It was rough, man. It was rough, man. Like everything fell apart. Everything fell apart, man. But hopefully the Dallas Cowboys are better. But let's get back to the numbers though, man. We talking about the Miami Dolphins. For everybody that just now coming in, ain't tapped in, we have diagnosed that they are the number one passing offense in terms of yardage, and they are third in passing touchdowns. So first in passing yardage, third in passing touchdowns, and they're also fourth in rushing yards and first in rushing touchdowns. So on a scale of 1 to 10 on how dangerous this offense is a 15. It's a 15 when you talk about their ability to score points. Now, my brother is asking me what their offensive line is looking like. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna bring this down. We're gonna look at the advanced passing. We're gonna see how they're protecting, and then we'll go and individually break them down. Right. So I'm glad you asked, my brother. So NFL advanced passing stats for 2023. All right, boom, Pro Football Reference is pulled up. We're going to go to pressure. I want to know, are folks getting the Tua ass? Let's see. Let's see if Tua, what's Tua pressure percentage and everything else look like. All right, so let me go ahead and share the screen. I said, I just Googled. Yeah, I ain't burning a damn thing. Is that Tua get the ball out fast, which is part of their offense. Again, they run West Coast concepts as well. They utilize a lot of motion. He said, just Google the weather for a Sunday game. Miami 76 degrees, mostly cloudy. Sound like a good game to air the ball out. I ain't gonna hold you, man. Like, this is gonna be a game that we probably need to win 40-37. I told Landlord this shit already off the air. I feel like this is gonna be a game you gotta score 40 points in. I don't know if it's even fair for me to ask my defense to stop this offense like that. They got too much shit going. Salute to my boy Neil for the $5 super chat, man. He said, we're not good on the road, but outstanding after losses. Something gotta give. Also, maybe they were affected by the bubble guts bug that spread. That is a very good possibility. And and this is another thing. Something's gonna have to give. The Miami Dolphins have not beaten a winning team since last year. The Miami Dolphins have not beaten a team with a winning record since last year. They have yet to do it this year. Dallas Cowboys got a winning record, right? So Dallas Cowboys have a hard time on the road. The Miami Dolphins got a hard time beating winning teams. So something got to give. Something got to give, right? So we'll figure it out. We'll see who comes up and shows out. Left-handed Purdy. That's funny as shit. It got the makings for a shootout. It got the makings for a shootout because. All right, let me pull this up real quick though, because I'm gonna show you the pressure stuff on Tua. Then I'll show you the individual numbers on each offensive lineman that they have. I'll show you the individual numbers on each offensive lineman that they have after this. All right, so let's see. So these are quarterback hurries for the 2023 season so far. I see Patty, Geno, CJ, Jalen, Jordan Love, Zach Wilson, Josh Allen, Sam Howell, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, Russell Wilson, Baker Mayfield, Kenny Pickett, Justin Fields, Jared Goff, Bryce Young. Still don't dare go. So Tua has only been hurried 29 times on the season so far. So that's not bad. That's not bad at all. All right, and also look at this. Average time the quarterback had in the pocket between the snap and throwing the ball or pressure collapses in the pocket in seconds. Tua is either getting the ball out quick as hell. I believe he's getting the ball out quick as hell. They run a West Coast offense. The ball does not stay in his hand at all, which is one of the reasons why his hurry numbers are very, 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 very low. Ball coming out in 2.1 seconds, dog. Ball coming out in 2.1 seconds, dog. So we know about their ability to go over top with Tyreek Hill and Jaden Waddle. But they got to be out there getting the ball out with some quick hitting passing concepts and some quick hitting screens and some stuff moving the pocket and throwing the ball real quick. Sprint outs. They probably utilizing everything. And because they have one of the highest rate of motions in the National Football League, like they use motion on damn near every passing play. They use motion on damn near every passing play. The ball, like he probably knows half the time pre-snap where he wants to throw the football. He said he had to get physical with them. Titans did it, and the Eagles did it. Yep. We gonna see, man. We gonna see what they do. Hey, salute to my boy El Professor for the $2 super chat, man. He said, just checking to see if my super chats are working. Yes, sir, they are. Thank you for the love, Mr. Professor. Salute to you. And thank you for coming to get drunk in the liquor store with your boy, man. Said, watch said trying to get back at us, too. Cedric Wilson, man, been decent when they called his number. He don't get a lot of opportunities. No, Byron Jones retired, dog. Byron Jones' body gave up on him. Yeah, Byron Jones is out the league right now. If Dallas loses the one game to Miami and then win out, rest, and Eagles lose one more game, Dallas wins the NFC East. Well, yeah, because the Eagles will have a worse conference record. The Eagles will have a worse conference record. Because we'll have a better head-to-head. Yeah, we'll have the same record. We'll have split. We'll have the same divisional record if they lose to the Cardinals. Right, and then if they lose to the Giants, then we'll have a better divisional record. So either we'll end up with a better conference record, or we'll end up with a better divisional record. Right. So if we lose and they lose one, if we lose one and they lose one, as long as the game is to Miami, then we got one of the more important tiebreakers. That would be stupid as hell if Tyreek ended up on the J run, man. Oh my God. Oh my God. Zaytoven, don't put thoughts like that in my head, man. Hey, listen, this is not even a shot at J-Run. Don't no damn safety need to be on Tyreek Hill. They don't even make people fast enough to really run with Tyreek Hill all around the field, man. They don't even make people fast enough to run around the field with Tyreek Hill. But yeah, man, the ball is coming out real quick with him. So let's take a look. 73 pressures. That's not a lot in comparison, right? Sam Howell under constant pressure. Zach Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, Jordan Love, Russell Wilson, Geno Smith. Like, they're guys, and with over 120 pressures. There's guys that with over 100 pressures. There's a guy with 90 pressures. His 73 pressures is 27 in the league. So he's not getting pressured a lot. He's not getting hit a lot. The ball's coming out in 2.1 seconds, one way or the other. I don't know, man. Like, I don't really know what to do with that, because this made me feel like this is a game where their scheme is going to neutralize our pass rush. Like this, and listen, the other thing that we do have to be concerned about, if we go heavy, they go. If they go heavy, we go heavy, and they break out of that heavy formation to throw the ball around, and we have a mismatch everywhere on speed. Because you got to think about it. Raheem Mostert, if I'm not mistaken, is a 4-3 guy. A-Chain, if I'm not mistaken, is 4-3 or 4-2. We don't have a single linebacker that can run with those boys. So if they catching passes out the backfield, we seen what happened with Cooks on Damone Clark. Cooks is on like a 4-4 or 4-5 guy. And Damone Clark was out there getting smoked by that man out the backfield. Right? So they got a lot of ways that they can attack us at every level. Throwing to the running backs, throwing to the wide receivers. Got a very great scheme and system, right? Like, listen, do y'all remember when I said that we should be stealing a lot of the shit the Dolphins do, and we actually did it? Like, we've been running a lot of the motions that the Miami Dolphins have perfected. Like we've been running a lot of motions and stuff that the Miami Dolphins have perfected. Like we utilize a bunch of things that they use, and ever since we started utilizing some of their escape motions and different things like that, our defense has been much better. Our offense has been much better. I mean, right? So we know for a fact it's a dangerous offense because we're running the bootleg version of it. We're running the Miami offense from off of Timu and Wish and shit. You know what I'm saying? They got the real deal. So it's gonna be very interesting to see how they attack us. Like this is a game. This is a game, man, where I expect for points to be scored on both teams. Like I expect for us to be able to score against the Miami Dolphins, and I expect for them to score against us. Said Jenny, hey, damn, why play the game? We're gonna win, period. Cowboys Thanos knows all. Hey, Cowboys Thanos, I hope you're right, man. He said DQ is allergic to too high. Let me see. Cause listen, these numbers are going to be different now because there's been a game played since then. But let's see what these numbers say about the Dallas Cowboys and too high safety. Where are we at? Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, we only run too high safety about 34% of the time. So you are right. The Dallas Cowboys do not play too high very often. We stay in single high safety looks 66% of the time, which is a very high percentage. Only play too high safeties about 34% of the time, and that number might be a little different. It might be a little different after this last game. That those numbers might be even more skewed in the other direction. So you are right. Dan Quinn does not play a bunch of cover 4. Yeah, we cannot go out here. Chris, I be missing you, man. It's good to see that you think about us all the time, Chris. I'm glad that you came over here to troll the Dallas Cowboys, man. It's good to see. It's good to see that we're on your mind like that, man. I appreciate you. Said let our D line go at this O line. They have injuries. Yes, they do. One of the injuries they have is to their center, Connor Williams, who was a former Dallas Cowboy, right? Former Dallas Cowboy, man. So he has an ACL injury. He's gone for the season. So it didn't look like it hurt them too much this last game, but it was the Jets. Hey, it's all good. It's all good, fool. So then let me see, folks. So he don't get pressured a lot. Pressure percentage is probably low. Yeah, pressure percentage is probably low as hell. So let's see. Yeah, he got 29th in pressure percentage. So yeah. So maybe we could scheme up some stuff, knowing personnel wise who's missing. Putting Michael Parsons over top of a backup center is probably a very good matchup. But we wanted to utilize Michael Parsons in that way. That would probably be the primary point of attack, in my opinion. Connor Williams gone, right dab in the middle of that defense. You get pressure in your face, you're gonna go down, especially a quarterback that is not a Josh Allen, a Patrick Mahomes, a Lamar Jackson, a Jalen Hurts. He can't really escape pressure in his face like that. Like not too many quarterbacks can, because you can only really go back. So if we can get a mismatch in the middle of their offensive line, Michael Parsons can cause havoc over that backup center, whoever that may be. I would like that. He said you want Bland. This is not a game where I want any particular person on any particular person. Like we don't have the foot speed for that. We don't have the foot speed for that, man. We need to. We honestly, man, we need a change. We need a change in philosophy playing this game. You know how teams always play us differently than what they do on the scouting report. We need to come out here a man team. We need to play some shit like cover 4. We need to play some cover 2, Tampa 2. We need to. I don't want these guys trying to run across the field with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle and shit. Thank you, Zaytoven. You said you took the words out of my mouth. We're on the same page. I would prefer to zone up, throw out some crazy looking ass zones and have them throw into that shit, man. I know he's stubborn, but listen, I'm talking about winning football. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dan Quinn can do what the hell he wants at the end of the day, and if he go out there and F it up, we're gonna talk bad about him. But right now we just need to talk about what works, what we expect to work, and what our best options are given the personnel that we have. We don't have cornerbacks that can run across the field with these guys, man. We don't. Both these guys are 4.3 guys. You know what I'm talking about? Tyreek Hill is even faster than his 40 time says. Cause he got elite level game speed. Like he hit corners and hit holes that the average football player that runs a 4.3 cannot. So I understand that Dan Quinn is hard headed, but I damn well what I do is I talk about what the Dallas Cowboys should do, and if they do something else stupid, that's why that's when I come out here, beat on my chest, say I was right, and y'all need to stop fucking up like you're fucking up. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I'm zoning up. I'm zoning up. That's what I would do. Cover 4, cover 2, cover 6. Throw some exotic shit out there that they ain't seen us throw out there on tape all year. Throw some shit at them they ain't seen us play all year, man. They do it to us and it work. So I know we do it to them and it work. Yeah, bro. We're gonna have to adopt that too. Matter of fact, let me pull this back up because I need to see what they be sitting their ass in too. I'm glad. I need to go find where this original graph is from. If y'all can help me find where this original graph is from, it would be highly appreciated. Because I need a website that breaks down the coverages for me, right? The coverage percentages for me, right? So let's see. Is Zach Martin playing this game? No idea just yet, DC for Life, Texas. I do not know, my brother. I hope that he can go, but I'm not sure just yet. The deeper we get into the week, the more we will know about any injuries or any availability for guys. All right, appreciate it, brother. I just gotta find a website for it though, man, because I found this graph on Twitter. I need to see if I can find a website where this is particularly from. All right, so Miami Dolphins. Where the Dolphins at? That's what I'm trying to see. Titans, Buccaneers, Seahawks, 49ers, Eagles. Dolphins, okay. So the Dolphins use too high quite a bit too, though. Yeah, the Dolphins play too high 54% of the time. So over half the time they're out there, they're going to be in too high safety looks. So the Dolphins have a similar game plan already. Like they're trying to prevent the big play. They sit in cover 2. They want you to nickel and dime your way down the field. All right, so they play too high. So do they play man or zone? Oh, they play zone 74% of the time. It look like the Dolphins are. No, that's the damn Chargers. My eyes ain't shit. No, that's the Dolphins right here. So Dolphins 53. Yeah, 47% of the time. You're right. 47% of the time in too high, 53% in one high, and then they sit in zone 75% of the time. Okay. I'm getting old, man. My eyes are bad trying to read that little ass shit. He said, "Why is everyone scared of the Dolphins? They are not that good." Man, I ain't gonna say that now. I ain't gonna say the Dolphins ain't good. I ain't gonna say that. Especially especially with the way that we match up. Dan Quinn loves to play man-to-man coverage across the board. This is not a team that you play man-to-man coverage across, right? So personnel-wise, there's a little bit of a challenge there. We know that Dan Quinn is stuck in his ways. I prefer this to be a game that we use a high percentage of zone. They got game-breaking speed at all running back spots, at both their two primary wide receiver spots. They run a similar offense to what we run. They use a high percentage of motion. Tua has the quickest time to throw right now, 2.1 seconds. So I'm not saying that the Dolphins are the best team in the world, but they do bring up some very interesting challenges for the Dallas Cowboys. So they're a top 5, they're a top 5 offense in terms of scoring. They're a top passing offense. They're a top rushing offense. Like, really, just by the tail of the tape, they really don't have a weakness really offensively, except for that they turn the ball over. Like, Tua throw picks, they fumble the ball, like they turn the football over. That is probably the biggest weakness that they have, and we need to see if we can go out there and take advantage of that. Because they got 12 fumbles on the season. Tua has thrown 11 fumbles, so they do turn the football over. They do turn the football over. So maybe that is going to be something that's a focal point on the defensive end of the ball. He said probably the best team in the AFC. Talent-wise, they might be the best team in the AFC. I think it's close. I think the difference between the Dolphins and the Bills or the quarterback. I think the difference between the Dolphins and the Bills is the quarterback. But if you ask me who had the better wide receivers, I say the Dolphins. If you ask me who had the better running back room, I say the Dolphins. Right? So I really think the Dolphins got better talent, honestly, than the Bills, top to bottom. I just think the difference right now between them is Josh Allen and Tua. I'm not saying that Tua is a bad quarterback by any stretch of the imagination, but I hate to say about Josh Allen, but man, like he does a lot. He does a lot for them. He turns the ball over a bunch, but he scores a bunch of touchdowns. So they live with those sins. Yeah, Ravens are a good AFC team too, but record wise, but I'm just talking about the players they got on their team. You know what I'm saying? The players they got on their team. Players they got on their team. I'm just talking about like talent. I know the record says the Ravens. I'm talking about talent, man. Because Lamar Jackson make all that shit happen. Lamar Jackson make all that shit happen. But if you talk about the wide receivers I would want, y'all will listen. Let's keep it real. If Tyreek Hill and Jaden Waddle were Dallas Cowboys, we would lose our shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't really give a damn if old ass Odell Beckham and a rookie wide receiver was over here. You know what I mean? And Ravens don't even have Mark Andrews right now when we're talking about their overall talent. Said Dolphins are a finesse team. So are we. Unfortunately, I wish that wasn't true, but we are a bit of a finesse team our damn selves. Said Jake Ferg should have had a big game last game. Tony Pollard should have had a big game last game, man. And that's why I didn't like the way that we went out there and handled that, man. We knew this team runs primarily light boxes because their safeties are so far removed from the line of scrimmage, and we did not take advantage of that, man. We didn't take advantage of that. So I'm really hurt by that. I said, oh, well, yeah, we might be more physical than the Dolphins. We might be more physical than the Dolphins. So we'll see. We can see we can little brother them. I would love for that to be the case. Cause if we can go out here and out physical the Dolphins, then we will win this game. I just gotta see how Dan Quinn plays this shit, man. He concerns me right now. He concerns me a little bit right now, man. All right, so let's go out here and see. Let me go to PFF real quick. And I'm going to go to the Miami Dolphins last game. All right, so let me see. Offense. All right. I'm finna go ahead and screen share this for y'all. Say, Henny, we can't lose 2 in a row. Tell me about it, man. We don't do losing streaks. We gonna have to figure this shit out. But you know, that's why y'all rock with me though, man. You know, I ain't just gonna beat my chest and say we gonna beat the dog shit out of a team just because I want it to happen. We're gonna break down every component of this team statistically, do our homework on the team, see the best option to attack this team, and then we'll know for a fact, right? Cause listen, y'all be tapped in with new media, man. Y'all be tapped in with me. Y'all be tapped in with Wes. Y'all be tapped in with Landlord. Y'all be tapped in with Boss Law. So y'all be knowing what the hell the Dallas Cowboys need to do on Sundays to win these individual contests. All them dudes do their homework. All them dudes, you know, be up on game. And when the Dallas Cowboys don't do it, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's when we can all collectively say the Dallas Cowboys are effing up, right? It's okay to lose using a formula that we know work. It's not okay to lose not doing anything schematically that's supposed to give us an advantage. Oh, I'm positive. I feel good. I feel good about them playing better. I just need to see how the hell we're gonna beat this team. Like, I'm never gonna throw in the white flag. And usually when I do my score predictions, man, I always say the Dallas Cowboys will win, right? Because one, on paper, the Dallas Cowboys usually have a better team than most of the people we play. Even on paper, this last game, we were the better team than the Buffalo Bills. Dak Prescott had up to that point was having a better season than Josh Allen. CeeDee Lamb was having a better season than Stephon Diggs and everything else down the line. Like, I could realistically say the Dallas Cowboys were a better team, and that we, you know, exploited some of the deficiencies in the coverages and defensive scheme they like to play. That we would have a ability to move the football and win the game. They just didn't do anything that we talked about, right? We just didn't do anything that we talked about. So, you know, that's why we do the homework. That's why we know what the hell we need to be mad about, right? Okay, but now we got all this stuff pulled up. You said, remember when Fangio was bragging about how he figured Dak out? We never recovered that season after that. But hey, we get to play Vic Fangio. He's the defensive coordinator for this team. We get to play Vic Fangio. So we'll see how he comes out here and attacks Dak Prescott, right? All right, so this is how they graded out pass blocking this last game. Oh, that shit looks ugly. Let me just see. Blocking. All right. So let's see. Raheem Mostert was their highest graded pass blocker, 79.6 in this last game. Julian Hill was a tight end. Keon Smith, their left tackle, great pass blocking grade, graded out as a 71.7. Lester Cotton, left guard, graded out as a 69.2. Robert Jones, right guard, graded out as a 66.3. Taron Armstead, graded out as a 66.2 pass blocking. Kendall Lamb, graded out as a 65.4. Their center, Liam Eichenberg, graded out as a 25.1. This is the guy that we need to beat up on. Liam Eichenberg, played 58 offensive snaps, blocked 58 times, pass blocked 28 times. He's the starting center. He's the guy that's replacing Connor Williams. So I need Micah Parsons to line up right across from this dude right here. This dude right here, Liam Eichenberg. Mike, I need you to line up right over him and whoop his ass all game. Cause listen, talk about messing up they run offense too. He didn't grade out well against that. We all know that if the center is struggling in the middle of that offensive line, right? If he's struggling run blocking, he's struggling pass blocking. We got a guy, we got a guy that can beat up on him, then we good. Yeah, Connor Williams gone for the season, so we're gonna spank that ass. That's the backup I was looking for. Dolphins hate him. I would hate him too if he playing like this. Like, that man ain't grade out good at anything. That man ain't grade out good against run blocking, pass blocking. He gave up a hit, gave up a hurry, gave up 3 pressures, gave up a sack. The only 2 people on this team, whatever, they gave up 3 sacks. He did get sacked 3 times this last game. This last game, he did get sacked 3 times. So, Liam Eichenberg gave up a sack, gave up 3 pressures, gave up a hurry, and gave up a hit. And listen, man, the Jets got a good front, but they ain't got no Micah Parsons. I'm definitely allowing Micah Parsons to beat up on this dude. I don't give a damn about nothing else. I'm letting Micah Parsons beat up on their backup center the entirety of the game. Like, like you hear people talk about finding the scrub. Like, this is the scrub. This is the scrub. Like, no offense, he's better than me. You know what I'm saying? He's an NFL player. I don't mean it in a mean-spirited way or anything, but he is the weak link. He is the weak link on that defensive line right now. Said Titans beat up on them with no Jeffrey Simmons. Yeah, that's the crazy thing about the Dolphins, man. For as good as they are statistically, like, they had no business losing against the Tennessee Titans. They had no business losing that game. I said the Titans beat it. Yeah. So I don't know, man. Like, no, I do know. I ain't gonna say I don't know. That is what I would do with Michael this game. Cause if he can wear out that center, he gonna help us in every aspect. The center ain't real good in run blocking. He ain't real good in pass pro. So, like, we can take advantage of that. So that's one key matchup I got right there. So yeah, if your center's in the blender, you're gonna have a hard time against a good team. You're gonna have a hard time against a good team if your center's in the blender. He said, I lost money on that game. Man, why are you betting on that game, dog? Why are you betting? Anyway, though, back to what I was talking like. All right, so yeah, that's the weak link right there. But I am gonna cut this a little short, because if I sit on here and talk numbers, man, we'll be on this mug, another 2 hours, and I do need to do some fatherly shit, take care of the household and different things like that. So I do appreciate y'all for coming through, showing love to the liquor store, rocking out with your boy Henny. We'll do it again tomorrow. We'll do by the numbers tomorrow. Said Henny, we ain't going to get far. I'm just being honest. I don't believe that. I don't necessarily believe that. I believe there is always a path to victory when you have a talented team. A lot of the things that are wrong with the Dallas Cowboys can be improved. You may not be able to flat out fix them, right? But you can improve on them. So the Dallas Cowboys do not have the personnel to be a top 10 run defense, right? We don't have the horses in the stable to be a top 10 run defense. But you can be a top 15 run defense, right? If you match personnel and you go out there and you play big on big and you allow your best run defenders to actually be on the field simultaneously, right? He said, but Henny doing the same thing over and over is the definition of insanity. That's why we're going to give them the opportunity to make adjustments in this game before we say the season is over, right? So if Dan Quinn goes out there, he plays zone. He matches personnel when it's time to match personnel. He gives the defense a fighting chance instead of trying to go cover one man across the board, and we have better results, then, I'm good with it. Because remember, in the grand scheme of things, the Dallas Cowboys have already changed things from earlier in the season, right? Dallas Cowboys had a problem on offense. We added more motion, right? Dak Prescott went from talks about losing his job to MVP talks, right? That's how much we improved on offense, right? So we can do the same with defense. I'm not saying that we're going to overnight become a top 10 run stopping unit, but I do think that we can be a better run stopping unit than what we are right now if we do match personnel. If we actually go big when teams go big and allow our best run defenders to be on the field together, working in unison to stop the run, I think you will see a noticeable difference, right? So things like that, I believe, can be repaired. You can patch that. Now, to be a top 10 run stopping unit, you had to go to the draft, go to free agency next year to do that. But right now, you can be better than the 19th ranked run defense. You can be better than that because you do have a personnel package that you can be better with that in. He said, Big Hank still out this game? Don't know yet. We really, with the availability of these players, we'll know more the closer that we get to the game. The closer that we get to the game, the more that we'll know about the availability of the players, right? Because they haven't really even did practices yet, right? Like they ain't really did the walkthroughs and shit yet. We gotta wait and see. So we'll have a clearer picture Thursday. Like Thursday, we'll have a clearer picture about what they doing. We'll have a clearer picture about what they doing on a Thursday. But yo, man, thank y'all for tapping in. Thank y'all for showing love. Thank y'all for rocking out with your boy Henny, live from the liquor store. On the way out, man, please hit that like button. Please hit that share button. Please slap the dog shit out of a Dolphins fan, man, if you can find one, because I don't really know one personally. And if you show love and support the liquor store and support the content, please make sure you cash out. Please make sure you super chat on the way out of the building, man. It goes a long way in helping us keep the lights on in the building. So again, thank y'all for the love. Thank y'all for supporting. Thank y'all for rocking out with us for this hour. And I will see y'all tomorrow, man. Peace, God bless, and your boy is.